as we're set to go. All the butterflies. NBA Finals Game 1. And this building is ready. It has become one of the most hostile buildings in the entire NBA. A tough place to play. They sell it out every game for the past couple of years. And the Mavericks have rewarded the fans with some great play. Nowitzki, Adrian Griffin, the first shot. And that's what Dirk Nowitzki will need. He'll see a lot of double team. Players like Adrian Griffin and Jason Terry will need to hit those jumpers. You want Miami with their first possession? Ruby, what an interesting season it's been for the Miami Heat. A season of change with a coaching change, new players as Haslam gets inside. They've developed and are playing their best ball of the year right now.
Well, they go to Shaquille O'Neal early in the first quarter. If you run double teams like you just witnessed, Shaq will pick out the cutters.
O'Neal is healthy and playing terrific basketball. Nowitzki misses his first. Griffin lost it out of bounds.
Now tonight we have two of the best defensive rebounding teams in the league. Very difficult to get a second shot against either team. You'll see pressure defense. Defense is mixed up during the course of the game by Dallas. They'll give you a lot of looks. They'll play a big unit, which they have out there right now, and then they'll also play small ball to put the pressure on the Miami Heat at the defensive end.
Haslam knocks it down. Although both teams can certainly score with the best of them, it's been the development of the defense of both these clubs that really is a big part of why they're here. Here's Dallas, of course. They won 60 games, a tied a franchise record. They were 34-7 in the regular season here. As Howard misfires, but Sagana dropped the rebound. Nowitzki shakes his defender. Ball knocked loose and picked up by Antoine Walker. For Dallas, again, you knew they were going to be good, but they've really improved as the season went on.
Well, you have to look at it, Mike, and say, listen, this is a team that won 60 games in spite of the fact that they had a ton of players miss over 20 games with injuries.
Oh, what a block from Wade. Got it just before it hit the backboard. Terry spots up and nails the three.
Now, Miami must be very careful in playing against Dallas. Dallas is very quick in the open floor. They have quickness of foot, a lot of speed, and then they attack after one or two options in their play. So you cannot fall asleep in your half-court defense.
Oh, Wade, beautiful drive. Dwayne Wade has blossomed before our eyes in this postseason. A very good player who's on the verge of becoming one of the truly special players the league has seen in a long time. As Nowitzki is fouled, shot won't go, but he'll go to the line for two, something he's been doing throughout the season. Dirk Nowitzki, what a performance it's been for him this year. It's his 8th year in the NBA. And of course, from Würzburg, Germany. Würzburg, home of the X-Ray. And one of his first teams he ever played for was the Würzburg X-Rays. And now, first team All-NBA, 3rd in the league in MVP voting. And Yubi, this year, he has become a leader. He's expanded his game in so many ways.
Well, there are two facts that where he has really improved. And that is, number one, getting to the foul line. He's averaging close to 11 attempts a game in the playoffs, so he's taking you to the basket off the dribble. And then his rebounding has also improved, where he's one of the top rebounders in the playoffs now at 12 a game.
He had a 21 rebound game early in the playoffs. Of course, he had a 50-point game earlier in the playoffs. Whatever his team has needed, he has provided.
Now you're seeing anytime that the game stops, Shaq, they're going to go right into Shaq.
O'Neal misses, but he got fouled before the second shot attempt, and they'll take it out of bounds. Shaquille O'Neal, of course, everyone well aware of his 3 championship rings. He is playing with a bounce to his step we haven't seen in a while.
Well, Mike, he's injury-free, and what you're seeing right now is his power game, stepping into the lane. He has the jump hook. He also has spin moves. He's showing everyone in the playoffs 4 offensive moves, and it's happening quick.
Sagana Diop call for the foul in his post defense. For O'Neal, this is his 6th NBA final. Diop is going to sit down. Eric Campbell is going to come in. Of course, he won the 3 championships. He is the only player on either team to have a championship ring.
Now, this is where the test will be throughout this series. You're seeing now Diop, he's trying. Now, remember, he's 275 pounds. He's 6'11", 7 foot with shot blocking ability. This is the first time in 4 rounds that Shaq will see 2 7-footers who rebound and block shots.
Wade misses on his drive to the basket. And here comes Josh Howard. Howard, another emerging star, one of the most versatile players now in the league. This is the shot. But Howard has been really the second man, as we called him, the X Factor to Dirk Nowitzki, a fine player out of Wake Forest. The crowd which will help with the officiating throughout the game. Thought there should have been a travel.
Well, we have 3 excellent referees here this evening.
O'Neal spinning, knocks it down. Again, his movement, he lost 35 pounds during the course of the season. Pat Riley has him playing some super basketball.
Well, Mike, you can see he has eyes now. He's looking for the double team. If the double team is not there, he's making a quick move. First into the paint, second time to the baseline.
Here's Jason Terry, lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Jason Williams. 9 on the shot clock.
Now, if you have not seen the Dallas team play this year, they're very quick in their offensive sets. They do not run a lot of continuity. They're a quick-hitting, fast-shooting team.
As Terry puts it in, Jason Terry, their second leading scorer, his second year in Dallas, finally getting to play in the playoffs. First 4 years in the league, he was with Atlanta. They didn't even sniff the postseason, and now he's performing well.
This is smart basketball. Go through the big fella because he's shooting over 60%.
Jason Williams. And there's Haslam. Haslam in and out. O'Neal keeps it alive. Dampier trying to box him out. And it's going to go down the other way. Good hustle from both players.
Now, you can see early that Shaq has quick feet. He has quick feet, and he's also contesting on the offensive boards. Back when the Lakers won 3 championships, that was the strength in Shaq's game, offensive rebounding. Now, right now, you're seeing, it looks like almost a 2-3 zone right now for, yes, it is. It's a 2-3 zone by Miami. Let's see how Dallas attacks.
Terry rattles it in. Terry's had some very big games in the postseason. And again, his perimeter shooting so huge for this club. Wade with the drive. I don't know if there's anyone in the league right now who goes as fearlessly to the basket as Dwayne Wade.
Mike, in this series, if you just blink or you say, I think I need a sandwich, someone is going to score here.
Nowitzki will have a chance to score from the free throw line as he's fouled going to the basket.
Now, if you notice early, Dwayne Wade just plays with the knee offense. He doesn't force anything. But if you give him that baseline, he'll take you strong to the basket. Now, at this end, this is the strong suit of Dirk Nowitzki in the playoffs. Going strong to the basket, forgetting about the three-point shooting unless the clock is down. He's putting pressure on you as he goes to the basket.
Foul on O'Neal is first. Wade and Nowitzki have led their team. Louis Nowitzki, as you said, growing up in Germany. His dad wanted him to be a handball player. His dad was a great handball player. His mother and his sister both played basketball. Nowitzki said he was a skinny gym rat growing up, but he started to like basketball more. When he finally picked basketball over handball, he disappointed his dad very much. But Dad got over it pretty quickly.
I think when Dad checks the checkbook at the end of the month, Mike, I think he'll go in favor of basketball.
Wade again to the basket, and the high banker. Wade, who had the flu in Game 6 to clincher against Detroit, looks like he's pretty healthy right now.
Mike,
Nowitzki shaking up.
Yes, he is. He took one to the face, and you can see right now he's holding on to both sides of his face. It could be a jaw injury.
They've had a heat wave in Dallas this week. 100+ degrees last couple of days. Right now, their Mavericks leading by 2. Physical start, Hubie.
Now just keep an eye on Shaq's right elbow. You see he popped Dirk Nowitzki right in the jaw. And you can see he's ringing right now. Now remember, when you get delivered a blow by a 7-footer, remember you're getting hit with 325 pounds right on the button.
Ouch, as we send it over to Stuart Scott.
Mike, during the timeout, Dirk immediately went and sat down. A trainer came and looked at him for about 25 seconds. Dirk's head was down. He was rubbing his jaw. But then the trainer said, "Are you okay?" And he said clearly, "I'm fine." He then took about 7 sips from 2 different liquid bottles and didn't touch his jaw again until he got up to go back on the court, Mike.
All right, Stu, he has shown his toughness. He's been banged around, keeps fighting back as Howard rushed the shot. Jason Williams, the rebound.
Out of Miami Heat, they'll run their offensive sets. They'll take their time. They'll come up and set up. Now, when you get the lane, you always have to protect against Jason Williams. He'll drive to his right. You know that, so you must chase him back to the left side of the floor.
Jason Williams, one of the new players for the Heat. They had a 5-team, 13-player deal in the offseason. They got Jason Williams, Antoine Walker, James Posey in the deals as Nowitzki comes up short. O'Neal lost it, and he's fouled by Dampier. And that was just part of the change that Pat Riley did. And that's why perhaps it took so long for this team to develop because they had so many key new players, and it took all season for it to happen.
Well, first of all, Shaq misses 18 games right at the beginning of your first 21, and then you get a coaching change, and then during the course of the season, you change your lineup. So it took them to the playoffs to get into a set group of an 8-man rotation. They're playing their best ball right now, especially at the defensive end.
Wade off to a great start. Meanwhile, 4 of 5. Dampier can't get it. O'Neal with the rebound.
On the early going, I think you can witness very few second shot attempts.
Jason Williams fakes. Shot won't go. Good boxing out from Dampier to keep O'Neal away. The Mavs like to push. Howard blocked. Will they call a goaltend? The officials looking at each other. They say no. Just a foul, and Howard will go to the line for 2.
In order to be successful in this series, the Miami Heat must shoot a high percentage, and then they must get to the foul line. In that way, the clock will stop, and they'll save their energy. Mainly because if you shoot and miss or you turn the ball over, the great quickness that the Dallas team has, they are going to hurt you over 48 minutes in the open floor.
Here's their quickest player. Devin Harris comes in. Sagana Diop will return. Meanwhile, Josh Howard to the free throw line. Howard, they call one of the most versatile players in the league. This is his 3rd year out of Wake Forest. Was not highly touted. In fact, the 29th selection of the first round, the last pick back in 2003. And one of the reasons he went so low, is because he didn't do anything great, but he does everything very well.
Yes, he does. They run absolutely no plays for him. And in the last 5 games in the playoffs, 20 points and 10 rebounds. He's like an intangible guy. He gets things done.
Jason Williams knocks it down. Williams, of course, had played with Sacramento, played for you in Memphis, and he's become a big part of Pat Riley's team.
Well, you must pay attention to him in the first quarter. He shoots a very high percentage, and he has been doing that throughout the 17 games in the playoffs.
That's Jerry Stackhouse in for the first time.
He's the scorer.
And travel.
Good call. Good call by Bennett Salvatore. Anytime that you're running down on that baseline, you got to make sure that you know where you are with the out-of-bounds line. And then when you make the catch, you have to make the catch clean because you need to turn around and face the basket.
Caught napping on defense. And Jason Williams, excellent pass to Antoine Walker.
Well, I think Dallas is learning a little lesson here early, and that is the fact that Miami will pass the basketball. They'll all give the ball up.
Devin Harris, pretty move. Nowitzki right there on the follow.
Now you saw the quickness of Devin Harris. Devin Harris and then Jason Terry at the point guard position will give Williams and Gary Payton a nightmare through the 7-game series. They're very difficult to cover.
Jason Williams again. Williams in their last game, which was last Friday when they beat Detroit, hit his first 10 shots from the field. He's got the stroke early tonight.
Well, he's a very streak shooter, and then through the playoffs, the percentage for the first quarter has been outstanding.
Nowitzki got caught. Howard with the save. Shot clock at 5. How do you score on that kind of broken play?
Well, that's a shot that you do out in your driveway, okay, in a horse contest. You know that he definitely lost control with the ball, but he is a big-time scorer from the foul line down. You must pay attention to them. Must pay attention.
You're playing horse. Somebody's got H right now.
Howard.
O'Neal. Travel.
Right now, Shaq is giving you all kinds of looks. He's giving you the jump hook. He's giving you the power move. Also the baseline spin move. Now, right now, Pat Riley talking to Shaq, and he's saying, go for it, go for it. Now, right there, that was not a travel. That was an up and under move, and you're allowed to pick up your pivot foot as long as you shoot or pass the basketball.
Stackhouse. Long. And Walker. What a start for the Miami Heat. 73% from the field shooting so far. They've had a couple of starts like this. Offensive foul. Devin Harris, that's one of the things he does best, drawing charges.
Devin Harris has very quick feet. And his key, Mikey, hit it right on the head, and that is taking charges.
It's only his 3rd year in the league as a rookie. He got his team into the 2nd round. Last year into the conference finals, and now in his 3rd year in the league, the NBA finals. Harris drive, but stripped. I think it was Jason Williams got a piece of it. Wade now guarded by Howard, a very good defender. Doesn't matter there. He's 5 for 6 from the field.
He's 5 for 6, and he's just playing within the flow, Mike. And now at the Dallas end of the floor, look, right now we have Miami shooting over 75%, and they're only up 5 points. So Dallas, just don't get excited. Nowitzki and Howard are 2 for 9. Things will open up.
Jerry Stackhouse, the veteran who's bounced around the league, making his first NBA Finals appearance, gets his first field goal. Stackhouse, their 6-man extraordinaire, one of the leading scorers off the bench in the NBA.
Now, Miami has increased their offensive high percentage execution throughout the playoffs. Each round, it got better, and also the defense.
O'Neal showing some quickness, and he's fouled. Jop with the foul, and that's going to be 2 on Sagana Jop. It's just the idea of having to cover O'Neal when he's motivated like this, when he's healthy and moving, it's just so difficult, UV.
Well, if you're Dallas, that's why Jop and Dampier are so important. You have 12 fouls at the center position, 2 guys who go 275 to 280, who can get you the 12-foul situation. And then, if they get in foul trouble, that's when Miami must really go to Shaq. And you saw it right there. As soon as they saw Nowitzki pick up Shaq, what happened? Right into Shaq. Shaq spins quickly to the basket.
He misses the free throw. He's been struggling from the line in the playoffs. Now, you mentioned the 6 fouls. For those new to the NBA watching the finals, in the NBA, the 6th foul, and you're disqualified. You can bet that Jop and Dampier are going to use most of those.
Every night.
Almost banked it in, but a loose ball foul, or is it a violation on Howard? A violation when in the lane too early. All those along the lane, you have to wait until the free throw shooter releases the ball. Then you can go in. The shooter has to wait till it hits the rim. As we send it over to Lisa Salters.
Mike, be sure to watch the matchup between Eric Dampier and Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq being Shaq, always entertaining, has not been shy about his criticism of Dampier. Earlier this season, he called Dampier Erica, said that he could be a very dominant player in the WNBA. When asked about that earlier this week, Shaq said, this isn't about me, this isn't about Dampier, this is going to be a nice, classy series. Mike?
Well, Lisa used Shaq and Shy in the same sentence, and they should never go together. Shaquille O'Neal. But he is being a little more respectful of his opponent, at least right now.
Pat Riley just loves the tempo of this game.
Wade again. Dwayne Wade, just beautiful to start. 6 of 7 from the field, and they are shooting 76% as a team. Nowitzki lost it, but he got fouled.
Now, Dwayne Wade, we know, is a handful at playoff time, shooting this high percentage. Against Detroit, over 62%. Now, you can see, once he elevates inside of 18 feet, I don't care how good the defender is, he creates space off his lead foot as he jumps back, and then when he rises, it's an open shot.
That's the 14th foul. On the 5th one in each quarter, you shoot the bonus as Howard comes up short. And a loose ball foul is going to go, I believe, against Haslam. Or is it Mourning? It's Alonzo Mourning.
Well, when Alonzo's in the game, you know that there's going to be a lot of body contact. He's in there at 6'10", strong upper body strength, one of the best shot blockers in the game. He gives you 11 or 12 minutes. Now, that was easy right there. You could see that Dampier, he just got knocked back.
So Dampier will go to the line for 2. Dampier in his 2nd year here in Dallas signed a 6-year, $60 million contract. Played with Golden State, with the Pacers, played his college ball at Mississippi. Reminder, the NBA Finals on ABC. Game 2 will be Sunday back here in Dallas. 8:30 Eastern time, start our coverage. Tip off shortly after 9. And Tuesday, Game 3 in Miami. And then next Thursday, Game 4 in Miami. We come on the air at 8:30 Eastern, and again tip off shortly after 9. As the NBA Finals will have every game for you here on ABC.
Now, if this is your first time seeing Dallas play, they now have in their 2nd unit guys. What you have, they use a 10-man rotation. They're not afraid to play all of their people, all very talented.
There's only one starter out there. It's Josh Howard. Meanwhile, Gary Payton, the former All-Star, now a backup with the Heat, getting his first minutes. There's Walker on the drive. Mourning keeps it alive. Haslam. Mourning flips it up, well short. Dampier can't hold on. Little rugby match, and here comes Howard, 3-on-2.
Now, this group is extremely quick in the open floor.
Stackhouse, wide open 3. the Heat will let the clock wind down. There's about a 1.5 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Mike, in this first quarter, perfect tempo for Miami on the road. Shoot a high percentage, get to the foul line, stop the clock.
Wade to the basket. And he draws the foul. Dampier comes to contest it, and he'll pick up his second foul. I do believe Dwayne Wade, who had the flu last week, is feeling much better.
Now, this is where the young man excels. He loves to go to the rim. He can finish with either hand, right, left, baby hook shots, but he gets to the foul line. Second in the league at 10.7 attempts a game during the season. At playoff time, 9. Now, if you work hard, you must keep Shaq and Wade off the foul line.
Wade, who grew up in Chicago, played his college ball at Marquette, used to walk around the Marquette campus wearing a Shaquille O'Neal jersey, was always a big Shaq fan. And then when those two got together in Miami, O'Neal called him right away and told him he was going to make him, or help make him, the best player in the world. He says that I have that ability to do that, and Wade has the ability to be the best player. They have a terrific bond, a wonderful friendship that has developed, Rudy.
Absolutely. There's a total respect, and then you need a work ethic, and that's what this young man has. He's one of the hardest workers, if not the hardest worker on the ball court. Oh, look out here. You have plenty of time.
Walker. Long three. Knocks it down. Antoine Walker from way downtown.
See, that's being careless.
Stackhouse, that'll count if it goes off the mark. And that will end the first quarter where the Miami Heat throw up 31 points on the board as they shoot 70% from the field. A terrific start for the Heat on the road. And after one, the NBA Finals Game 1, it's the road team with an 8-point advantage. First quarter complete. Game 1 here in Dallas. The Heat leading 31-23. The NBA cares about the community through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. NBA Fulfilling the Wish. Aaron McCrary is hosting him and his family for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Got a chance to meet his two favorite players, Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki. Aaron's got some good taste. Also with Bill Russell and Clyde Drexler. A nice evening for Aaron and his family. As the NBA caring once again, continuing a tradition of basketball and service to the community. Second quarter set to begin. And Dwayne Wade and the Heat, just a beautiful first half offensively. Adrian Griffin on Wade.
Now you can see right there, 14 for 20 from the field in that first quarter. And if you go back to Game 1 when they stole that first game in Detroit where they were 15 and 20, it's a good sign for the Heat.
Terry misses, Walker the rebound. Wade releases. Griffin, nice job getting back. And pressuring Wade. Tough shot from Wade. Griffin, a very good underrated defender.
Yeah, that time that shot was forced. And Griffin, you could see, put his body right on Dwayne.
There's Griffin to the basket. Inside. Misses. James Posey, another of the new players for the Miami Heat this year, comes in. And Posey and Payton out there, along with Walker. Walker fakes the three and bumped by Nowitzki. That's the first foul on Dirk Nowitzki. Let's go over to Stu.
Mike, in that last timeout, Avery Johnson was telling his team, he said, quote, our defense is horrible. We got to pick up our defense. We're just not physical right now. And you see some early indication of that as the second quarter started. But even before Avery started talking, assistant coach Del Harris said to the guys, even if they score, we got to run. They've been making everything. We got to get out there, and we just got to run. Mike.
All right, Stu. Walker, another three. Antoine Walker with 8 points. And it's a 9-point advantage.
Well, we know, Mike, that Shaq, we know, and Wade will get their points. Players 3 through 8 decide whether Miami wins on the road. And we're talking about the Walkers, the Payton, Haslam, Posey, and then, all right, the key people who are on the floor right now. You know that Antoine Walker is a prime-time three-point shooter. He takes 7 a game. You must stay at home with him.
He picked up his second foul. There's the supporting cast. Walker, Williams, Posey, all new to the team along with Payton. Haslam and Mourning were here last year. So integrating these players into their new roles has been part of the progress for this club. Nowitzki, a three. Way off the mark. Haslam did a good job contesting.
Now, if you're really paying attention out there, realizing that Dallas is shooting a horrible percentage, below 33%, and yet they are getting no second shots. Give Miami a lot of credit.
Nice entry pass, but Walker can't finish. Here come the Mavericks. They look to push.
Now this is where they're at their best.
Van Horn, nice running the floor. Keith Van Horn, former big scorer for other teams, now a role player here for Dallas.
Remember what we told you earlier. Miami must shoot a high percentage for the 48 minutes. Can they keep it up? Can they get to the foul line? Because that slows the game down and it keeps the tempo in Miami's favor.
Payton for three. And Nowitzki the rebound. Nowitzki has been rebounding so well, as we said earlier, doing a little bit of everything. Terry. Jason Terry gets some applause. Terry wears that headband in honor of one of his boyhood idols, Slick Watts, who was a terrific point guard for the Seattle Sonics. Terry growing up in Seattle. Walker steps back. Not a good shot that time. Terry, nice pass, but Griffin can't finish.
Now that's twice that Griffin has been into the basket, and you must send those down. They've got to be gimmies on the break.
Wade gets it inside the Posey.
Pretty. That was great recognition. Dwayne Wade looked off the defenders like he was going to the right wing. Instead, Posey ran that baseline. Beautiful pass.
Wade, who leads the team not only in scoring but in assists as well. That's his third of the game so far. Terry fouled as Haslam went to drive. When you play against Wade, you need defensive help. That's where you talk about the rotations. When he beats his man, you need someone to rotate over and help out.
Now Dallas needs an influx of scoring by other people than Jason Terry. Jason Terry's 4 for 5. No one else has more than one field goal. Right now you're seeing a 2-3 zone again by Miami. It's the second time. They love to use it coming out of timeouts.
Posey inadvertent kick as Van Horn falls. Posey picks up his first, and that's the third team foul. Dampier's going to come back in because Shaquille O'Neal is back in. Again, one of the fun things about this series, Hubie, is the two coaches. You have Pat Riley, the old veteran. He won 4 titles back in the 80s with the Lakers, now back on the sidelines. Avery Johnson, his first full year, won a title as a player. So respected by his current team. What a difference he's made. Howard can't hit, and Jason Williams gets a running start. Williams fires a 3. Payton the rebound. Miami Heat have turned into a good road team. They were inconsistent on the road during the regular season, but have had some big road wins in the playoffs, including at Detroit and a clincher in Chicago. O'Neal.
That's a second basket that Shaq has made with that turn, that quick turn to the baseline side. Now in the first half, you know, he's not forcing any shots. He already has 5 rebounds and 4 assists. So go into him and then make your moves.
Howard on the drive, tough shot.
Going back to saying about Miami, excellent road team. They're 5th in the league. They're 21-20 on the road. And then also at the other end, we also know that Dallas, the 3rd best road team.
O'Neal doubled. O'Neal already with 4 assists. That ball deflected out. And it's still Miami ball with 8 on the shot clock. Pat Riley, his 3rd NBA Finals with 3 different teams. Of course, with LA, then with the Knicks back in 1994, and now with the Miami Heat. Williams has had the hot hand. Although you can pretty much say everybody from Miami's had the hot hand.
Everyone's hot.
Well, they've cooled off here to start the second. Terry calls out a play, shot clock at 7. Terry to the basket. Oh, a strong finish from Jason Terry.
I told you that point guard position is going to be big throughout this series. Jason Terry and Devin Harris are going to give Jason Williams, and when Payton moves to the point, a lot of trouble throughout the series.
Chance of defense. O'Neal doubles. No problems for Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, he's moving beautifully. He's giving you different looks every time down the floor. He's testing you. He is totally unpredictable in this first half.
He's got 6 points, 4 rebounds, and as we said, 4 assists already. Terry this time from outside. Terry can light it up. He can get you 30 when he's hot.
Well, he's their second leading scorer during the season, second leading scorer during the 17 playoff games. And he's dynamite coming off the screens, as well as an excellent high percentage shooter on the baseline. See Shaq, he'll take his time. He'll take that double team.
Posey right back to O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. Pass gets out to Jason Williams. Posey does not get it off in time. A 24-second violation. Good defense from the Mavericks.
Welcome back to the American Airlines Center. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Miami Heat lead the Dallas Mavericks 40-33. Dallas on the way back, largely because of Jason Terry, but maybe even more so because of Jason Terry's superstition. Every game he has some form of chicken. It was chicken pasta tortellini today. He sleeps in the opposing team's shorts the night before a game, except he did not sleep in the Miami Heat shorts last night. I said, Jason, what happened? He said, well, Gary Payton was supposed to get me the shorts. He didn't do it. His backup plan, sleeping in his own team's game shorts. So I said, well, maybe that kind of threw you off, you think? He said, no, sometimes when I sleep in my own team shorts, it actually works out better. He's 6 of 7 shooting, Mike. The rest of the team, 6 of 24 right now.
Well, he keeps playing like this, Stu. He's going to wear his own shorts every game. It's amazing how superstitious these players are. Wade drives and draws the foul. Howard tried to pick up a charge. I think they're going to call it on Marquise Daniels.
Avery Johnson and his coaching staff did a tremendous job during the season. He rotates 10 players, Mike. And through the year, we know they win 60 games, the 3rd best record in the league. But 6 of his 10 players missed between 20 and 30 games. So that was mental gymnastics with the coaching staff. They developed a fast team, a small team, a big team, and you've got to give them all the credit in the world, and I was glad that he was rewarded with Coach of the Year. Now here you can see right now key players that you have, 6 of your top 10 guys, and just look at the amount of injuries. Now, that is a true credit to the coaching staff and then Dirk Nowitzki, the type of season that he had to carry this team to 60 wins.
You mentioned Avery Johnson. One of the best things he did as well was make sure he had Del Harris next to him. We saw that shot of Harris, the veteran coach. So important for a young coach to have an experienced NBA mind next to him. Right now at the 2-3 zone again. And until Dallas shows you that they can beat the zone, Miami will stay in it. A foul as Howard got hit. Jason Williams called for his second. Well, you hate to get the foul on a jump shooter. We always call that the cardinal sin of basketball. Never foul a jump shooter. Get out and put the pressure. Dallas does an excellent job in challenging the shots. So Howard, we've got 6 points so far. Knocks down the first. Tomorrow, the 4-year wait finally over. ABC and ESPN bring you all 64 matches of the FIFA World Cup, presented by Adidas, live and in high definition at 11:55 a.m. Eastern. ESPN2 with a doubleheader to kick things off. Game 1 is host Germany. And Dirk Nowitzki is a big World Cup fan. They'll face Costa Rica Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. ABC's doubleheader starts with England versus Paraguay. 6-point game despite all the hot shooting. The Mavs right there with 5 minutes to play in the second. And that's a bad sign for Miami. You're getting what you want. You're doing a good job. But you know that Dallas is shooting a poor percentage, and they're still right there. Nice entry pass, but a travel. Walker shuffled his feet. And for Miami, that's their 7th turnover. Now, if you think about this, Dallas is only down, we see, by 6. Dirk Nowitzki and Josh Howard, 2 of your 3 best scorers, are only 3 for 14 from the field. Back in that zone defense, ball batted away, but Daniels gets it back. Terry for 3. And goes over the backboard, out of bounds. Now, Mike, look at the strategy now. Pat Riley coming out with the zone. Right now, they've been in it 5 times. We've only seen 1 score so far by Dallas. So they'll sit in that, and they're going to make you prove that you can do a continuity and get high percentage shots. O'Neal, shot clock at 9. Walker sets for 3. And Posey the rebound. Knocks it off of Howard. Still Heat ball. Now James Posey is doing an excellent job on both boards for Miami throughout the playoffs, averaging 6 rebounds a game in playing a half a game. Usually when you play a zone defense, that's one of the things that can happen. You can give up offensive boards. Why is the reason for that?
Well, because the players are playing an area of the floor and they're not playing people. And once the shot goes up, instead of blocking out, they sometimes turn their backs and just go to the rim.
Howard goes to the rim, high arcing shot. And Wade comes out of the pack. Here comes Jason Williams to the basket. And Williams showing his explosiveness. He's got 9 points.
Well, you must pay attention to Jason Williams and Dwayne Wade in the open floor on a miss, because they'll release and they'll get the ball up the floor quickly.
Terry turns the corner. Terry easily to the basket. No help there at all.
Remember, we told you, Devin Harris, Jason Terry, keep your dribble when things break down, and it will open up. You'll get a path to the rim.
Terry, 16 points already here in the first half. O'Neal fouled on the entry pass. Not the penalty yet.
Yeah, now that was pretty right there. Shaq was really working extremely hard. Keep an eye here now. Now just watch when this... They'll take their time. They'll take their time. And once they come off that screen, if you do not step up and help, you can see it time and time again. Jason Terry or Devin Harris, they turn the corner and they're in the painted area going to the rim.
Meanwhile, Eric Dampier picks up his 3rd foul for Dallas. Timeout Miami. 3.5 to play here in the second. Meanwhile, you see the Miami Heat first round tough series against Chicago. 6 games, then in conference semis, a 5-game victory over New Jersey, and then they defeated last year's Eastern Conference champions, Detroit. As for the Dallas Mavericks, a sweep against Memphis, then that classic 7-game series, winning on the road in Game 7 in overtime against the Spurs, and then getting past the Phoenix Suns in 6 games. And now for both teams, their first visit to the NBA Finals. For the Mavericks, 26 years in the league, and for the Heat, 18 years. Wade inside, block. Nice rejection. Nowitzki poked away by Wade. Knocked out of bounds. And they'll keep it the same way.
Dwayne Wade with his quickness is one of the best off the ball that we have. Now keep an eye right here. Excellent shot block. We told you before, with Jop and Dampier, you have 2 of the best shot blockers in this league.
And they'll need that with Wade's constant forays into the paint. They haven't been able to stop him yet. Shot clock down to 5.
This is the guy that's got to get going.
Nowitzki short. Haslam again has played him well.
Yeah, Dirk is 1 for 7. And he's not getting a lot of good looks.
Jason Williams in and out.
See this pace. We'll see this pace for 48 minutes.
Howard can't finish. Haslam, the rebound, falls down, but he was out of bounds. So the Mavericks will inbound along their baseline. Nowitzki, meanwhile, just 1 of 7. Pat Riley's got to be thrilled with the defense being played by Haslam. As we go to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, Pat Riley is definitely not happy with this team's interior defense. In an earlier timeout, he called out his entire team. He said, hey, when Jason Terry dunked that ball, no way. That cannot happen ever. We've got to make him pass the ball. You guys have to get in the paint and clog up the paint. We've got to put the hammer down defensively. You can't exhale. Let's take it from here. Let's go, guys. Mike?
Well, they did it last time. The defense has been pretty good. I'll tell you what, you coaches are such perfectionists.
Well, you know, unfortunately, the talent of the other team sometimes has a little bit to do with your rotations. Okay.
Or nearly thrown away. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, the Heat with a 6-point advantage.
Oh, you have to give it to him.
Stackhouse, though, hard foul. Takes a shot. Shaquille O'Neal will pick up his 2nd.
If you are going to have Shaq setting a screen, I mean, his playing defense, he's going to step up high so that you cannot get to the middle of the floor. When his man is open, you must give it up. Now, Stackhouse missed Jop. Now, Jop's got to tell him, listen, Shaq was 5 feet away from me. Give it to me. I can get the dunk.
Stackhouse with some blood. Boy, what a shot he took. Just a hard foul. Certainly not anything more than that. No flagrant foul there, but being attended to by the trainer. They'll try and stop the bleeding. They'll need him to come out and take the free throws. If he can't take the free throws, he has to come out of the game.
Now take a look at this now. You're going to see Shaq come right into your picture. See, Shaq was right there. because he was playing Jop. Jop was down, who rotated down to the right of your screen, was wide open. Shaq just stopped right in the middle of the lane because he saw that Stackhouse was going strong to the rim.
So Stackhouse being attended to again. If they can't fix it, he can't come out on the floor. He can't return. So they'll do their best. And now we'll take a 20-second timeout to give them a little bit longer to try and make sure that he can remain in the game. It's like a cut man there. You'll be here. We have 2 minutes remaining.
Right.
6-point game. If you weren't looking at the score, just watching early, you'd think the Heat were up by a lot and Dallas is in trouble. They've done a good job here in the second quarter staying with it.
Now, you can say Dallas, the tempo is starting to pick up. Why? Because Miami's hot shooting is cooling down. And that's why we said Miami needs to shoot a high percentage. They must get to the foul line because it slows the game down to a walk. You shoot quick and miss, and then if you turn the ball over, Dallas is going to keep the pressure in the open floor for full 48 minutes. When you play Phoenix and then you play San Antonio, in their last two, in the second round and the third round, they can score the ball. This team is averaging over 102 points a game in 17 playoff games.
When you play Shaquille O'Neal, meanwhile, you can get hurt. You saw, again, to Dirk Nowitzki, took a shot to the jaw. And then Stackhouse, again, just a hard foul. Nothing dirty about that. They patch Stackhouse up to get him out there so he can shoot the free throws. Stackhouse, an excellent free throw shooter, but misses that. Gary Stackhouse now in his 11th year in the league. This is his first trip to the NBA Finals. His second year in Dallas. Their former All-Star, once averaged 29 a game, was second in the NBA. And now coming off the bench, and he'll come out. And they'll fix that cut. They had to make sure he shot the free throws, because if he couldn't and they had to attend to the cut, he would be out of the game for good. Now,
this is a major loss, mainly because he was their fourth leading scorer during the season. Dallas had 5 guys in double figures over 82 games. He's also their fourth leading scorer in the playoffs.
Again, with just under 2 minutes, they should be able to patch him up and get him ready for the second half.
All right, now we see Dallas in the zone.
Payton sets himself. That's a three. Gary Payton in and out. Here comes Terry.
See, the zone allows you, when you shoot and miss, long rebounds, get out on the break.
Terry with the field. 18 points for Jason Terry. And the Mavericks back within 3.
Yeah, I like the strategy right now. Change the tempo of the game. You're getting beat defensively with the half-court sets of Miami. Go into the zone, and then remember, put the pressure on them to hit the jump shots.
Payton. Tough shot. Won't do. Nowitzki the rebound. Howard. And a foul before the shot. The Heat will be their 15th foul. So Howard will go to the line for 2. As the personal goes against Posey, his second.
Now
fights the Avery Johnson.
With this unit out there right now, with Devin Harris and Terry in the backcourt, you have 2 speed merchants. Howard at the small forward can put the ball on the floor, and then Dirk Nowitzki at the power forward. You have 4 guys who can put the ball down and challenge the defense getting to the rim.
26-year-old Josh Howard from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. As we mentioned, last pick of that draft back in '03. First player from Wake Forest since the great Tim Duncan. There's some interesting reading material. As a baby in Winston-Salem, he has his own Forrest Gump story. When he was 5 months old, he was so bow-legged the doctors had to break his legs. He was in a toe-to-thigh cast. 4 months later, they had to do it again. And Howard and the doctors talk now that if they didn't do that, he'd be walking with a cane right now, just like the old Forrest Gump movie. And he has become such a terrific athlete. And running is such a big part of his game.
He's an all-around player. He does everything. Right now, once again, Dallas is with their small unit with Keith Horn in there. Nowitzki playing center. So Miami also went small.
And Terry with the foul. Mavs not the penalty yet as Terry picks up his first. Next one.
You just don't like to get that cheap foul. You can see the shooting right now from 70% down to 28. One of the things, they have not shown that they can attack and score versus the zone and the changing defenses of Dallas.
Wade Trying to find an opening, blocked by Howard.
Here's the break.
3-on-1. Terry inside. 20 points for Jason Terry. An 8-0 run by the Mavericks. They were down by as many as 11. They've tied it up.
Now, ever since they went into the zone, the turnovers, the missed shots, here they come. And we told you, you're going to see this for a full 48 minutes. They are quick as lightning in the open floor.
And Jason Terry has been the spark. He has 20 of the 44 points. He's 9 for 11 from the field. Don't forget the T-Mobile halftime report coming up. The guys will have the first half analysis. What's that story that Patrick told you about? The Katrina Miracle. You want to stay tuned for that. As the Mavericks have turned things around here in the second. And they've done it with Nowitzki shooting just 1 of 7 from the field.
That's right, and that's why it's such a beautiful thing to watch. They are a hard-nosed team. They change defenses. They give you different looks. And then also Avery has played and manipulated his 10-man roster beautifully in this first half.
The depth of the Mavericks has been a key to their success. Wade inside, tough shot. He thought he was fouled. And they'll hold it for the final shot of the half as the 24-second clock is turned off. Harris. Nowitzki fires away. Puts it in at the buzzer. What a finish to the first half for the Mavericks. Now the officials have to check it on the instant replay. But it appeared, and Nowitzki, no problem. Certainly that shot will count. And the Dallas Mavericks end the second quarter on a 10-0 run. Just the second field goal of the half for Dirk Nowitzki. The Mavericks come back from 11 down and will head into the locker room with a 2-point lead as we go to Stuart Scott.
Mike, thanks a lot. Jason Terry, 20 points in the first half. They had you guys down 11 points. What did you do to chip away at that lead?
We discussed terrible defense in the first quarter. We were giving them anything they wanted. A lot of easy baskets to the hole. We had to just lock up and get back in transition, not give up so many easy baskets.
Before that last second shot to end the half, Dirk had only hit 1 field goal. When you see him struggling like that, what do you think?
Not even concerned. He's a shooter. He's going to keep shooting until the wheels fall off.
When that ball was in the air and it went through, did you look at him?
We knew it was good. We was on our way to the locker room.
All right, Jason, congratulations. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Mike?
Heat assistant Bob McAdoo just told me he said 22 points in the paint. That's how the Dallas Mavericks got back into this game. He said specifically Jason Terry, he's driving to the basket, he's getting fast break points. Our help defense is almost non-existent. He said we've got to do a better job with that. Offensively, he said Shaquille obviously getting double teamed. They want our other guys to score. We knew that was going to happen. Our other guys just have to start knocking down those shots. Now with more on the Mavs, let's send it over to Stu Scott.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Avery Johnson still seemed more concerned about how poorly the Mavericks played in the first quarter than their comeback to take the lead at the end of the second quarter. He said, we're lucky to be where we are because of our first quarter. We do appreciate and we like how our team played, but he said our guys are still playing slow. He said, I had a chance at halftime to show them how slowly they were playing. And by the way, Mike, Jerry Stackhouse, 3 stitches in his nose, in the rim of his nose, but he will return.
All right, Stewie took a shot from Shaquille O'Neal on a drive to the basket, stayed in, took some free throws, and then obviously went back to the locker room to get stitched up. All part of playoff basketball. Haslam's done a good job on Nowitzki so far. Howard spots up, and it hits the shot clock out of bounds. And there you see the run to end the second quarter. A lot of it, Dallas scoring off turnovers.
Well, you must give a lot of success to Dallas. When they were in the zone, they forced a lot of turnovers. They forced long jump shots. long rebounds, out on the fast break, easy baskets.
3 defenders converge on O'Neal. Wade has been shooting well and continues to do so. He had the quick start, now has 17 total points.
You liked his game tonight. Nothing is forced. He just takes his time, moves within what they're doing, and then the majority of his points are between the foul line and the basket.
That's the beauty of both stars of these teams, Wade and Nowitzki. They're unselfish teammates as Griffin knocks it down.
Now Griffin can stay out on the floor, but he must make some shots. Now in the first half, he missed 2 easy drives to the basket. He was banging around Wade. But if he does not make the open shot, they've got to take him out and get a guy in there that will respect his presence.
Griffin fighting over the screen, stays with Wade. Nice give and go. Wade past to O'Neal. Ball deflected. Wade has it with 3 on the shot clock. He's going to have to put it up. Falling away. And Howard the rebound. Howard with Walker on him. Again, those are the X factors we talked about. 2 key players for these teams. Both have been relatively quiet. Howard, nice runner. He can score in a lot of different ways.
Yes, he can. Now, he reminds me a little bit of Sean Marion when he attacks the basket like that. He has that floater shot.
Sagana Job with the steal.
Like it. Fronting Jack.
Terry Griffin on the finish. And the Mavericks with their largest lead of the game. Timeout Miami. It's now a 16-2 run going back to the second.
Now this is just good basketball. See, that's a difficult shot. You have to practice that. Mainly because you're on the baseline, you're 10 to 15 away. Now, I like this. Anytime that you can front Shaq and get in the passing lane, you must do it, because once the turnover comes, Miami's Achilles heel, their transition defense.
All right, UB, so the momentum has changed, certainly. What does Miami have to do to turn this around?
Well, the main thing is cut down on the turnovers, stay within your offense, get high percentage shots.
Our NBA calendar as the finals continue on ABC Sunday. Game 2 right back here at the American Airlines Center. 8:30 Eastern Time. We'll be on the air. Tip-off shortly after 9. Then Tuesday, the series will shift to Miami. Again, same times. Tip-off shortly after 9. We're on the air at 8:30 Eastern. And next Thursday in Miami. Of course, the NBA Finals has a 2-3-2 format. The middle 3 games in Miami, and then, if necessary, the final 2 back here in Dallas.
I like the pressure in the second half. Everything is full court after a score. They're going to force you. That's terrific.
And Griffin's not arguing as the ball dribbled off his foot, so it's still his ball.
Right, but give him a lot of credit. He had the hands in there and the deflection. There's one thing about Dwayne Wade. You can get him to turn the ball over. He's averaging close to 5 a game throughout the 17 games of the playoffs.
Jason Williams gets it to O'Neal. O'Neal blocked but a foul. Josh Howard hopping up and down. Joe Crawford takes a close look at him as Howard wants to look at the replay. That's the first foul on Howard.
Now that was a strong move by Jason Williams. Anytime Shaq's man leaves you, get the ball to the big guy who's setting up. Now the fans want a clean block that time. And by right, the rule is that the hands are on the ball and you get the ball in the hand. It is a block shot.
They should have let that one go as O'Neal misses the free throw. This is why Shaquille O'Neal was brought to Miami, not just to get to the NBA Finals, but win a championship. That's why he told his team after they won the Eastern Conference Finals, don't celebrate too much, enjoy it for a little bit, but we have more work to be done.
See, they are making their fouls count with Shaq. He's 0 for 4 tonight.
And Walker hits a 3, so off the 2 missed free throws, the offensive rebound is huge.
Josh Howard has got to pay more attention to Antoine Walker. That is his 3rd three-point make in this game.
I said earlier, Walker's been quiet. It's not being fair to him. He has 11 points now.
That's right.
As Howard gets in, Howard coming alive. They're going to wave it off.
Good call.
The ball was above the cylinder. The offensive team can't touch it if it's above the cylinder. Offensive interference, no basket.
Now, Josh Howard really has a soft shot. Now, once again, see, he's up over here. See, that ball is right there. The fans are all upset, except the ball is still over the cylinder.
The fans are not objective.
Really?
And you don't think. It's been a great crowd. This has become one of the real great scenes in all of pro sports, the American Airlines Center, with the rebirth of these Dallas Mavericks. playing for their first NBA championship. And Howard throws it away.
That's careless. You try to tell your players, stop leaving your feet unless you are going to shoot the basketball. When you leave your feet and you're going to pass, the defense cuts off the passing lanes. It ends up in a turnover.
You see after that hot start, Dallas has really picked up the defense. O'Neal to the basket. Oh boy, lots of contact there. And they let him play. Shaquille O'Neal now with 8 points. Howard, Griffin spots up, and Griffin able to put it in. Adrian Griffin, another one of those undrafted players out of Seton Hall, bounced around in a lot of minor leagues for a number of years before making it to the NBA. And he's become very important here in Dallas. Walker throws it away.
Yeah, that's too hard a pass. Anytime that you're going to give a guy a pass like that, it's got to be an easy pass.
Turnovers right now total, Miami 11 and Dallas 5.
Now this is major for Miami because they've been averaging 17 throughout the playoffs. That is way too many. 15 is a ton. You're not happy with even 15. And already, Mike, 11. That's a bushel full, and we still have a quarter and a half to go.
Yeah, almost 20 minutes. Haslam with the bump. Haslam a little frustrated. He's done a great job defensively, but that's his third personal. And Nowitzki will go to the line.
I'm Pat Riley. I'm not worrying about that. Haslam is playing him with his heart. He's doing everything he can. There's nothing you can do about this. The guy is 7 feet, and once he gets up in the air, you know when he drifts back on that release of that shot, it's a beautiful release. Haslam, unfortunately, bumped him on the way up.
So Nowitzki will shoot 2. Nowitzki was telling us yesterday he's been watching the NBA Finals since he was 13 years old. And because he was back in Germany, often it was in the middle of the night. He had to get up and watch. And when he came to the NBA, as much as he's been a big scorer, he's not about how many points he scores. He says he was tired of watching the finals at home, wanted to be a part of it. He has been an unselfish star. And again, his growth as a complete player is the reason this team is here.
For all you 7-footers out there, just look at this man's game. He shoots it right under 50% from the field. He shoots over 40% in threes. And then how about this? During the year, 4 players in this league shot over 90% on the line. Nash, Stojakovic, Ray Allen, and Nowitzki. Not bad.
And he's a 7-footer.
That's right.
Wade. Walker, who's had the feel early, long that time. Haslam, who stays in the game with the 3 fouls, the rebound. Walker to O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal.
Beautiful read by Antoine that time. He accepted the double team on the dribble, and then he was just looking for Shaq. Beautiful pass. They'll lay off Jop. They're not worrying about Jop shooting the ball out there.
Howard, quick shot that time. And knocked it out of bounds, but Miami ball.
Now keep an eye on this. Now see, Shaq is just creating the passing lane himself. It's creating it because he's moving people around with his big hands.
He has a way of doing it.
Yes, he does. When you say a gentle nudge, where with Shaq, move you about 8 rows up into the stand.
Yeah, that's another word you don't use with O'Neal. Gentle. As ball is kicked, so the shot clock reset to 14. Pat Riley has chewed out O'Neal during the course of the year. Told him he had to lose 35 pounds. O'Neal says a number of times he's been cursed out by the head coach, but he respects Riley. Says he's #1 in terms of the coaches he's played for. Jason Williams for 3.
Now that
ties the game.
Yeah, Mike, at that time, what happens anytime they go into a side out of bounds, Miami, all right, Dallas is giving you zone. And that was just a quick read by Jason Williams.
Jop traveled, took the extra step.
Jop plays, he gets 20 minutes a game. He only gets 2 shot attempts a game. He's very unaccustomed to catching the ball in traffic. Now right now they're going to bring in Dampier to replace Jop.
Ghana Jop went right from high school to the NBA from Senegal. He's been a nice addition. Block! Jop with the rejection, but O'Neal right there. Howard knocked it out of his hands, but they're going to call a reaching foul. Howard again protests as he picks up his 2nd.
Now that was Jop's 2nd shot block. He's excellent when he leaves his man in a rotation to get the ball. The young man has outstanding, timing. You can see it right here. Now watch as Shaq goes up. The fans could not see that, but he got hit right across the wrist.
O'Neal 0 for 4 from the free throw line. His playoff free throw percentage way down. He's now 0 for 5. And he's always had his problems at the line. Had a couple of years where he thought he was going to start to improve, but it has been the one problem he's had throughout his career. Certainly hasn't stopped him from winning championships.
No, you're right, Mike. You know, his career is 53%. This year, you know, he's in the 40s for the year, and now at the playoffs, he was a low 40%.
0 for 6. Meanwhile, the Heat 3 of 10 from the line.
Now, this is how they started that first quarter. They were getting what they want, but they could not put the ball in the hole.
Stackhouse. Knocked away by Wade.
Nice block.
Here comes Walker going right at Nowitzki. Walker trying to draw contact. Can't get it. And they're going to call a jump. No, a loose ball foul on Haslam. And that's going to be number 4. So a big call right there. Haslam going over the top. One of their best defenders who's done an excellent job of Nowitzki. He's going to have to go to the bench.
Welcome back to the American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas, where we are all tied up 56 apiece in the third quarter. With me now, one of the newest members of the Dallas Cowboys, Terrell Owens. Terrell, you got to know that wearing a Shaquille O'Neal jersey is probably not going to win you many fans here in Dallas. What's up with that?
That's all right. I'll win them over when the season begins. I got ties with Shaq and a lot of guys from the Heat. I'm good friends with Jason Terry as well. Shaq is like family, so, you know, family is thick, you know, blood is thicker than water.
So did you just throw on the Mavs cap just to save face a little bit?
What's that?
Did you throw on the Mavs cap just to save face a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I showed a little love, you know what I mean? I'm showing a little love for Dallas. I'm enjoying it so far. I had my first mini camp, and I'm definitely looking forward to the season, looking for big things.
Now, about that first mini camp, why do you think people are so curious about how the relationship is going to be between you and Coach Bill Parcells?
I don't know. I guess we kind of have similar personalities, and you know, the knock on him is just like the knock on me. It's totally far from the truth, and he's a great guy.
Who do you like in this series?
What's that?
Who do you like in this series?
You know what? Like I said, I'm a basketball fan, so I'm going to be happy, just as happy if Dallas wins as if Miami wins. So, like I said, I'm a basketball fan. Like I have ties with both sides of both teams. So, like I said, I'll be happy either way.
All right, thanks, T.O. Good luck here in Dallas.
All right, thank you.
Mike, back to you.
All right, Lisa, you see the hard foul, Nowitzki, but a good, clean hard foul. Nothing dirty there. And Wade will go to the line for 2 as Nowitzki picks up his second. See Wade with the great start. And they've thrown a couple of different defenders at him. And another missed free throw. 5.5 remaining third quarter, game 1 of the NBA Finals. These two teams that have never made it to the championship round before. They've had a couple of close calls, but they've also had their ups and downs, the franchises. Now 2 of the elite. They've had a great season in terms of the way they've come together at the right time.
Now, Mike, right now, the offense must get itself together for Dallas. They have 5 turnovers this half. When you think about it, they only had 3 in the entire first half. Now, right now, Miami in the zone are trying to keep them perimeter.
Nowitzki for 3. He's cut down on his 3-point attempts, but he's still so dangerous from beyond the arc, which is from 23 feet 9 inches.
Well, Mike, anytime you shoot it at 40%, I think you have the green light. What do you think?
Walker comes back. He can't hit. Howard trying to find some room.
Well, Shaq did an excellent job showing on that screen.
Dampier lost it, got it back, lost it again. But finishes strong.
Miami is showing, you know, so strong on any time of a pick and roll or a pick and pop. And by that we mean I come off of the screen and then the defender pops or rolls. So the big thing right now is you must get to the roll, guys.
Wade right at Nowitzki. That's over a 7-footer.
He just does that with such ease.
Ace is picked up now. Nowitzki, quick shot. Again for 3.
Now you can say all you want, you know, they're playing zone, they're getting him to shoot the 3. But right now, you've got to understand, if we're going to play zone and Nowitzki's at the top of the zone must match up with him. You cannot give him the easy look.
Bad pass from Walker, another turnover for the Heat.
That's the second bad pass this half, throwing the ball over Shaq's head.
Stackhouse back out. Nowitzki wants the ball. He's got the field. Posey bodying up on him. And Posey got a little too close.
Yeah, good call.
That's his third.
Yeah, he caught him right there with the double forearm, and he straightened right out. Now just keep an eye here. See, you're late. You're late on the rotation. You know, forget about the guy going inside of you because you got that covered. You're in the zone. You got the guy on the ball, and then you have a man in the middle of the zone.
Pat Riley says it's an unblockable shot. Posey trying to poke it away. Turn around. Just short. Just under 3.5 remaining in the third. Wade flips it up. Rushed it. Mavericks ball.
It's a test right now, Mike. You know, Miami, they got to dig in. They must dig in right now. The defense must come to life. And then if you can get the miss and you fast break in a transition game, look for the quit hitters. You don't have it, get back to the offense.
Ball deflected earlier this season, saying the defense has to turn around. That wasn't a possibility for the Heat, but they're so improved defensively, they can get back in. Nice pass. Blocked, though.
Look out. Here they come. Here's that track meet.
A quick rejection. Howard knocked out of his hands. Tried to force it. 3-on-1. Walker back to Wade.
That's it. That's how you must retaliate. You've got to get out in the open floor and get some easy baskets yourself. And then, anytime that there's a miss, you've got to react with your transition defense. We told you Dallas will not let up. Anytime that you play a San Antonio and then you play a Phoenix, you are geared to play up-tempo basketball to score over 100 points. That's your goal.
Stackhouse, that's a two-pointer. In and out.
Miami, come on, you got to slow down. You got to work the big fella.
O'Neal gets it, double team. Count it, and a foul. Shaquille O'Neal takes his time, and he bangs up Stackhouse again in the process. Meanwhile, O'Neal, who has the NBA record of most free throws missed without a make in the playoffs, was once 0 for 8. He's 0 for 6 tonight. We've seen him a number of times in this postseason. He'll bounce back and hits him down the stretch, but he hasn't been close tonight. However, a lane violation against the Mavs. Again, if you're along the free throw lane, you can't cross over that line until the free throw shooter releases the ball. And a mental mistake there by the Mavs.
Well, sometimes Shaq hesitates when he gets the ball up into the shooting position, and there is no rhythm to the shot, and the guys are stepping into the lane.
But he can't capitalize. That's the second time that's happened. There was a violation, but he can't knock him down.
Now, Mike, in this quarter, you're saying, what's wrong with the Mavs? The Mavs have 7 turnovers. They only had 3 at halftime.
Stackhouse. Van Horn. Way short. Wade looks over to Pat Riley, who calls out the play. Wade, tough shot, tough angle.
The defense forced him to go to his left, and when he went up into the air, he was drifting.
And a foul call. It's going to go against Dwayne Wade, trying to fight over the screen. That's his second. The Heat not in the penalty yet. The next one, and they will be. And you look at the key players. Wade had that great start coming on again. O'Neal has been solid, but they've done a pretty good job on him. Nowitzki is starting to heat up, and Jason Terry had that terrific second quarter. Warning in the game for O'Neal. And a kick. So shot clock reset to 14.
Now, if you've never seen Devin Harris play, he is excellent in splitting the trap on a screen and roll. Now, that is the 3rd time in this game that he has split it and tried to get through. You must stop that, or he's going to be laying the ball up.
Stackhouse and Dampier play catch. Stackhouse gets inside.
Now, that was a big-time scorer at his best. He read the defense perfectly, and then he knew that there was a potential shot block, take it underneath and come up on the other side.
Stackhouse, his second field goal. Walker going at Van Horn. Flips it up and puts it in. Nice shot from Antoine Walker, who has 13.
Well, this guy, throughout his career, 5 out of the 10 years, he's averaged over 20 points. And he is excellent off the dribble in the painted area.
Also a former Maverick, who only played 1 year here, as Dampier goes hard to the basket. Right at Alonzo Mourning.
Now that is there for Dampier and Ja throughout this game tonight. Anytime they're giving them that on that roll to the basket.
Wade to the basket. Wade with a strong finish. Harris, perfect pass, and Stackhouse fouled from behind as Wade will pick up his third.
3 seconds off the shot clock from one end to the other. Now as Dwayne Wade zips through here, just watch this. He splits the trap and then takes it right up over the top of the defense. That ball came right out of the basket and was going the other way. That shot attempt by Stackhouse, only 3 seconds off the shot clock.
Stackhouse missed the first 26 games this year with a right knee injury, but then came on again coming off the bench. He's always said he prefers to start, but he's enjoyed his role here. His 4th NBA team, as we mentioned, was a big scorer earlier in his career. You see that on both these teams. You'll be a lot of former All-Stars, a lot of former big scorers now accepting their roles to try to be a part of a winning situation.
Well, they're in excellent situations, terrific organizations, terrific coaching. Guys are going to work their game, and then because of the star factor, you have a chance to get to the finals.
Shot clock and game clock nearly identical. Wade on the drive, gets inside, misses, but is fouled. As Harris, will they call it on Harris? Either way, Wade will shoot 2. Harris picks up his first.
When Dwayne Wade explodes, that first step, he's gone. He gets that step and he turns the corner. There's nothing you can do about it because he catches you on his shoulder. And I don't care what you try to do, there is no way you're going to prevent him from dunking unless you foul him.
Avery Johnson knows he has his hands full with Wade. Pat Riley says he sees it in Wade's eyes when he steps on the court. He's a very humble player, but inside he knows he wants to be the best player on the court every single night. And Riley and him have talked about him being the first of the celebrated class of 2003 to win an NBA championship. Now, Darko Milicic won one with Detroit, but he didn't really have a role. He wants Wade to be that first one to lead a team to a title.
Well, he'll take the physical punishment to get to the foul line.
Final seconds of the third. Harris, it'll count if it goes. And it's short. And that will end the third period. Game 1 of the NBA Finals, a 2-point contest as we get set for the 4th. Meanwhile, the NBA Jam Van recently tipped off its 17-city tour across China, a stop in Shanghai. With the help of NBA legend Vlade Divac, the Jam Van's entire journey will go about 12,000 miles, bringing the NBA experience to fans across China. The global movement, David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, is so proud of. 44 international players have been participating in this playoffs, 25 different countries, and the NBA Finals will be televised to over 200 countries as it continues to expand around the world. Meanwhile, as we start the 4th, it was early Miami, and Dallas came back, and we've got a 2-point game as we begin the final stanza.
Now, Jason Terry, 0 shot attempts in that quarter. Right now, Miami in a 2-3 zone. Also for that quarter, Dallas had 7 turnovers. Now, that's totally uncharacteristic because we know that through the playoffs, they have been outstanding in fewest turnovers, only 11 a game.
So the intensity of Avery Johnson, that foul on Jason Williams, his third. The 4th quarter have been the big quarters. There's Terry, comes right back. As you said, Judy, he didn't shoot in the 3rd. They need to get him shots.
That's right. Well, sometimes, Mike, within the zones, unless you get it down, I think both teams might be a little bit surprised at how much the zone has been played at both ends of the floor here today.
The 4th quarter has been Wade and Nowitzki's quarter throughout the playoffs. Both stars have come up big. Walker can't get the roll. Knocked around Wade right there to pick it up.
Now, once again, right there, Alonzo Mourning banging people around, kept that alive.
Wade now with 27 to lead all scorers. Terry, that's a 3. And Walker the rebound. Walker having a good, solid all-around game.
Yes, he is. And dishing the ball. And just to keep it honest, he also has a few turnovers, Mike.
Once a coach, always a coach.
But he's making things happen.
Can't finish that time. And Howard, who's one of those players, he's got 10 rebounds.
10 rebounds. He and Dirk Nowitzki both working hard on the boards, even though they are not getting, a high percentage shot.
Stackhouse rattles it in.
Now, this group is dangerous that's out there right now. They are super quick with Harris and Terry in the backcourt. And then up front with Stackhouse. Right, they're small. Stackhouse and Howard.
Walker puts his head down and lost the ball. The officials look for help, and it's Dallas with possession.
Well, we can talk about this, Mike, and you're kidding around. You're saying right now Antoine Walker has 5 turnovers. Dwayne Wade has 4. That's too much because we still have 10 minutes to go in this game.
Substitutions. Payton is coming in for Wade. O'Neal checks back in for Mourning. Wade getting a breather. Again, Wade last week in the conference finals had a bad case of the flu, was hospitalized. Had the IV night before the game. But he's feeling much better. Still bothered a little bit. Certainly not affecting his performance.
Now, right now, Miami man-to-man.
Oh, Stackhouse little shake and bake move, but he can't convert.
I think it was in between, either trying to swish that shot or banking it off the board.
Dampier's done a solid job. Nice feed. Shaquille O'Neal with a beautiful pass. And that's his 5th assist.
Mike, he's done a terrific job on the cutters. You run that double team on Shaq. He is looking for the cutters before he makes a move.
And there's Posey diving into the stands.
Now he just makes this look easy. Look at the top. Good cut. Strong cut that time by Walker.
Riley says that he's the best passing center from the low post that he's ever been around. O'Neal has really improved his game on that. Obviously, with all the double teams he's seen, he's had a lot of practice.
Well, go back to his career up to the last 2 years. His first 12 years, he averaged 27 points and 12 boards. So, there was a ton of catches. And as you mature and your IQ goes up about how the defenses play you, well, you become a better passer.
Nowitzki, good drive. Can't get it to fall. Ball batted around. And a reaching foul is going to go against the Heat. I believe it's Haslam who can't get a break.
No, he can't.
That's his 5th foul. Haslam's been doing a strong job defensively when he's out there, but he's been in foul trouble much of the game.
Right now, Ronnie Rothstein is trying to tell Pat that is where he is in the foul ball. Pat wants that call to be changed.
Yeah, he wanted it on Posey.
That's
Ronnie
right.
Rothstein, the assistant. But the officials will not do so. Terry. Jason Terry's had the touch all night. He's 11 for 14 from the field.
Now, that's not that he's hot. That's his area. He loves to come off that high screen, going to the right side of the floor towards the corner. Loves that area.
There's the double. And Josh Howard with a reaching foul. That's his 3rd. 4th quarter, game 1 of the NBA Finals. Mavericks lead by 4. Our Gatorade Cooler Talk about Mavs head coach Avery Johnson.
It's all about the team. Just stay focused on the team. Team. Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Keep working. Keep digging, fellas. Keep working.
You hear that high-pitched voice. It's all about trust with Avery Johnson. What a career he had. Terrific player at Southern, but wasn't drafted in the NBA. Had to go the minor league route, then traded 3 times in the NBA. 6 teams, 9 different stops. Didn't stop him from having a 16-year career that finished with a championship with the Spurs. David Robinson was on that team, but Avery Johnson was the leader. And he is now the leader here in Dallas, the NBA Coach of the Year. What a fantastic job he has done.
See, once again, Dallas coming out of a timeout into the zone.
Jason Williams with 2 on the shot clock. Posey has to put it up, just gets it off in time. And Nowitzki the rebound.
Now bench points, very big. Miami only 2 points from the bench. Dallas 18.
Dallas's bench has been there all season. Terry for 3, puts it in. Largest lead of the game for the Mavericks.
How about Dirk Nowitzki? Yeah, he's struggling from the field, but he only has 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. That's what your star players do. They fill up the rest of the column.
Payton misfires on a 3. Mavs looking to push. Howard. Terry, another 3. Bang! Jason Terry gives the Mavs a 10-point lead. And a standing ovation here at the American Airlines Center.
Make that extra pass.
Jason Terry has been brilliant for Dallas. As we said, grew up in Seattle, went to college in Arizona. His first 5 years in the league, played for the Hawks. They never made the playoffs, but he used to go and attend playoff games in person. He wanted to know what it felt like. He went to many finals games. Now he's playing in his first finals, and what a performance. Here he goes again. Missed the layup, got too far underneath. Quickly the other way. Posey inside, rushed it. And O'Neal right there to clean things up.
When you look at that, you say, ooh, that was a wide open layup, for Terry, because I think he misjudged when he left his feet. He was looking for a dunk. Same thing with Posey down at this end. But fortunately, Shaq recovers.
Posey, nice play with the steal.
Yeah, that's Posey at his best. Long arms, it gets a lot of deflections, and he's excellent playing passing lanes.
Wade.
Let's take your time here. You have 7 minutes to go. You got to go to your strength. Right there.
That's exactly what they did.
That's right. See, they caught Dampier. And good timeout right now by Avery Johnson. He's got to regroup here. Hey, listen, we were up 10. All of a sudden, we're up 6. Why? Bad play, bad decisions.
Pat Riley, of course, has been here many times, the NBA Finals. This is his 9th. He's won 4 rings. But only 4 of the players on the teams combined have had NBA Finals experience. Shaquille O'Neal, the only player with a ring. And right now, Dallas nursing a 6-point lead with 6.5 to play. Nowitzki got the rebound, but poked away. This is in a great atmosphere with the Miami Heat. Has a lot of veterans. They've been in some tough road situations, Ruby.
Yeah, they're right back in this thing, Mike. We're only down 6. And the big thing is you got to work through Shaq. Too many seconds are going off the clock.
O'Neal looks up at the shot clock, down to 5. Double team. Can't get it to fall. And tough rebound by Payton.
Well, Payton has been doing a terrific job all throughout the playoffs on the offensive glass.
Walker not even close. Howard caught. And gets it out.
You got to go here. You have number. Yep.
Nowitzki showing his ball handling ability. Terry's had the hot hand. 10 points already here in the 4th quarter. 30 for the game. Ball deflected by Wade. There's only 4 left on the shot clock.
The defense of Miami has almost negated that high pick and roll. Dirk is getting nothing up high. Anytime that you come off the screen that he sets, you go back. Miami is getting back to him and discouraging the shot attempt.
4 to shoot, and Posey with a reach in. Heat not in the penalty. And now they'll get a new shot clock at 14.
Now, if you're going to foul, that was a smart foul.
Nowitzki had a pretty good pass to the basket.
Yeah, it was a good move. Right there, Post could have been hit for a foul right there on the initial move.
That's his 4th. Terry. Stackhouse gets inside. Boy, lots of contact. Terry can't get it to fall. And O'Neal with the rebound, his 7th. 6-point game with 5.5 to play here in game 1. In their last 2 series, the Mavericks have lost game 1 to San Antonio and Phoenix. Wade inside, pretty pass to Antoine Walker.
Now that was sensational. When Wade came back off of that curl, the defense reacted perfectly. He just put that one right through a keyhole.
Wade starting to have one of those games. 27 points, 6 assists, and Posey picks up his 5th.
Now James played that really well. He almost had that with the deflection. Now Pat Riley is coming. See, he's going to alternate Posey and Haslam right now. Both guys with 5.
So that missed layup from Jason Terry would have put Dallas up by 12. It was a big turnaround.
That's right, because then Shaq ends up with 2 straight dunks. You need a timeout. Instead of being up 12, all of a sudden it's 6.
The Heat, meanwhile, one away from the penalty. Next foul puts Dallas at the free throw line. Shot clock again winding down. Stackhouse, nice defense from Wade. And Walker with a rebound. That's Juan Walker with his 6th board. Crowd a little anxious. Their team up by as many as 10 here in this 4th quarter.
Well, they should be nervous, mainly because when you have Wade and Shaq going for you and they can control the tempo, you're in trouble.
Wade can't get it to go. Dampier, excellent boxing out. Stolen by Wade. Goes back up and misses the layup.
Wow.
But gets it back again and misses again, but fouled. And Wade is hurt.
How about the effort? How about the effort on the initial steal in the backcourt? Instead of going back down the floor defensively, he came right back and made the steal. Now just keep an eye on this. Watch him on the baseline. See, he came behind. Now, that was a gimme, mainly because he got himself hung up and he was not able to play the glass on a perfect, off the glass and in the basket, high percentage area.
And it goes down hard. You see it. He hits the floor as much as anybody in the NBA. So fearless, not afraid of the contact. But you see the free throw shooting. Of course, Shaquille O'Neal has had his problems. But even Wade has missed 3 and now has missed 4 as we send it to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, you'll notice that on Dwayne Wade's right sneaker, he has written R.I.P. MC. It's rest in peace, Marilyn Culp. She is the wife of the Heat's head athletic trainer, Ron Culp, who is not here in the building tonight. Marilyn Culp passed away on Saturday night after a long battle with cancer. The entire team went to a visitation service on Tuesday before they came here to Dallas. Ron Culp is expected to join the team for Sunday's game 2. But until then, we want to extend our deepest sympathies and best wishes to Ron and his family. Mike?
Yes, Lisa, one of the truly good guys in the NBA. The only trainer the Heat has ever had, 35 years as a trainer. He won a ring with the Blazers in '77. We look forward to getting him back as Howard lost it. Ball knocked loose, picked up by Gary Payton.
They're having a lot of trouble right now because they do not have a post-up player that has substance. And Miami doing an excellent job fronting the post people and then denying the passing lane.
Under 4 minutes remaining. That's having had a point in over 4 minutes. Walker for 3. In and out. Tell you what, Dampier has done a very good job keeping O'Neal off the boards.
Well, at both ends, we are not seeing very many second shot attempts, Mike.
Harris with a hand in his face, and it's a foul. Wade picks up his 4th. And young Devin Harris, the second-year guard from Wisconsin, will shoot 2.
When Dallas comes down the floor, Mike, we all know that you've been watching him tonight. If this is your first look, they're very quick in a lot of back screens, set down screens, and if it doesn't happen for them quick, they'll try to take you off the dribble to the basket.
And Harris, that's the biggest free throws of his life. Pressure situation. First-round pick, the number 5th overall pick, and then was traded. Washington selected him, traded him here to Dallas. Had an up-and-down rookie year like many of the first-year players, but he's had a terrific playoff. Get out of Milwaukee. Wade nearly stolen. 4-point game.
Yeah, I like the pressure right now, mainly because we're down to 10, 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Trying to get it to Wade. Excellent ball denial from Devin Harris. Here's O'Neal. Back to Haslam. Wade has to put it up. Top of the backboard's inbound, still in play, as long as it doesn't hit the shot clock. Here's Terry on the drive, knocked away by Payton, and then a foul on Terry. Gary Payton, the old wily veteran, former Defensive Player of the Year with a big play there.
Well, we know that for many years, 8 years, he was on the first team, all defensive team. He's great at that. If he gets behind, he's going to strip you. If you make a move to the basket and you have him beaten off the dribble, he'll reach from behind. He is outstanding in getting deflections.
Played in the NBA Finals with Seattle in '96 and a couple of years ago with Shaq when the Lakers lost to the Pistons. He's come up empty both times in his final appearance. Nice entry pass. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, he was not able to make a clean catch. And give Jason Terry a lot of credit. He goes right in there.
Now they're calling it a loose ball foul. See, O'Neal, he lost ball. He didn't have possession, so that means it's a shooting foul. Now, if he had possession, it wouldn't be a shooting foul.
Now, just keep an eye. See, that we said that he fumbled the ball, and then naturally, with Jason Terry getting down inside there, the reaction is to clear him out.
So Terry will shoot. Matter of a second. If he holds on to the ball, it's not a shooting foul. Terry, a very good free throw shooter. Terry in the conference semifinals was suspended a game as he hits the free throw for throwing the punch. Did it in game 5. Was suspended in game 6. They lost that game. Said he felt like he let his teammates down. He made up for it with a 27-point performance in game 7, but still felt bad about the way he overreacted. He punched Michael Finley. He's making up for it again here tonight.
Well, he's having a sensational game. You know, he's over 30 points. And remember, he had 0 shots in the 3rd quarter. Now, he is an 80% shooter over the season. And in the playoffs right now, he's up at 83-84.
12 of his 32 here in the 4th. And the Mavs back up by 6. Just over 2.5 to play. Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, right now they're in a 2-3 zone. See, they're going to cut down on the offensive flow.
Wade lost it. Tried to force it. 16th turnover for Miami. Nowitzki for 3. Dampier the offensive rebound. And a new 24 as Walker fouls him. And Eric Dampier will shoot free throws.
Now that was a terrific move by Dampier. We told you in this game there are very few offensive rebounds. That was only the 7th offensive rebound by Dallas. And when you think about it, that's really a difficult number. But we told you Dallas is a great defensive rebounding team as well as Miami.
Dampier, the only Maverick to play all 82 games this year. Between being a backup and a starting center. He's not a great free throw shooter, but he knocks that one down.
Well, in this series, we know that Shaq is a liability, and so is Mourning for Miami. And for Dallas, Jacques and Dampier are also questionable.
Free throw shooting has been a big difference. All the missed free throws for Miami. They're 6 of 17. Meanwhile, the Mavericks 18 of 23. This is that one. And Haslam the rebound. Pat Riley will call timeout. Still plenty of time remaining, but the Mavericks have given themselves some breathing room. 2:17 remaining in the 4th quarter. And the Mavericks leading by 7. Miami with the ball. Dirk Nowitzki not having a good shooting night. Josh Howard having his problems as well, but their teammates have picked him up. None better than Jason Terry with a 32-point night.
Mike, Howard has 12 rebounds and 4 assists. Nowitzki has 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Anytime you're having a bad night, fill up the other columns.
That's what Avery Johnson keeps saying. Expand your game. Be able to do so many things. Jason Williams rushed the shot. And a rebound taken by Stackhouse. The Heat have just 1 timeout remaining. They do not have any fouls to give.
Now, the big thing right now, you run the clock. Take advantage of the clock.
Terry has been red hot here in the 4th. Stackhouse. Josh Howard won't go. And here comes Jason Williams.
Main thing right now is stay with the 3-point shooters. You do not want them to get the open 3-point shot.
Walker, good pass inside. Quick shot from O'Neal. Again, Dampier right with him.
That was excellent defense all the way around. Every player was played tight so that they did not get a clean look at an open 3.
And the crowd starting to sense perhaps a game 1 victory. Haslam all over Nowitzki. Stackhouse. Shot clock winding down. Gets the roll. Jerry Stackhouse puts it in. And it's a 9-point lead with just over a minute remaining.
Well, through the season, Dallas had the 2nd best home record in the league. They were 34-7. They're very difficult in this building.
O'Neal. And Dampier, wise play, just wraps him up, doesn't let him shoot. Eric Dampier has had a terrific game defending Shaquille O'Neal. He's also chipped in some points of his own. 8.7 rebounds, and O'Neal, who is 0 for 7 from the line, will shoot 2. He just can't find the mark at all tonight.
Well, I think if you're Miami, when the coaches look at this, The fact right now that they've missed 12 foul shots, they're 6 for 18. They have 16 turnovers in the game. And then the fact that Jason Terry just took advantage of the point guards defensively in this contest.
O'Neal knocks that one down. 8-point lead, just under a minute to play. There's certainly still time. Stackhouse very close to a backcourt violation there.
Main thing is to pass the ball. Pass the ball and run the clock.
Do the Heat need to start fouling, or is it too early?
Well, you know, it depends upon philosophy. Everything comes down to the coaching staff, how they read the clock, shot management. You're down 8 right now, and you know that they are not a big steal team. They're not a team during the course of the season that forced a ton of turnovers.
O'Neal with his 4th foul, another hard one. Stackhouse has taken some hard shots tonight, but he will walk to the line and try and give the Mavs a 10-point lead.
Now, the other factor is that Dallas is one of the better free throw shooting teams in the league. In the playoffs, you can see strong move by Jerry Stackhouse because they shoot it at close to 81% throughout the 17 games that they played at playoff time.
Mark Cuban nervous, but he's got to feel good right now. His team up by 9. Took over this team back in January of 2000 and has turned this franchise around as Stackhouse rattles in the second. A 10-point lead with a half minute to play. Wade a 3, way off the mark. And the Mavericks will take game 1. A terrific 4th quarter performance. And a sellout crowd here at American Airlines Center on their feet and celebrating. Stackhouse. And the Heat will just dribble it out. The Dallas Mavericks take game 1 of the NBA Finals, led by Jason Terry. Well, after losing game 1 against San Antonio and game 1 against Phoenix, the Mavericks start the final strong, and they do it with a big 4th quarter led by Jason Terry, who's with our Stuart Scott.
Dirk, you guys get a big win in game 1, despite the fact that you, the best player of the team, don't even score in the 4th quarter. What was up with your shot tonight?
I think they boxed really well on the strong side. They made me put it on the floor. When I put it on the floor, they were coming from the blind side, get the ball out of my hands. But it was a great team effort. I thought defensively we were awesome. And Jason made shots all over the place and carried us all game.
What does it mean to you when your shot's not falling and this guy right here is lighting it up?
Well, you know, it's a team game. And we didn't win 60 games because of me. We didn't get here because of me. We play as a team. We play defensively as a team, and we rotate for each other, and we swing the ball for the open guy, and he was hot today.
All right, we appreciate it. Jason Terry, you can hit 4 3-pointers, but you can't hit a layup?
Man, all the glory goes to God, man. It was a great effort on both ends of the floor for us. We got off to a slow start, but we came back and fought back and closed them out.
You scored 20 points in the first half. In the 3rd quarter, you didn't even shoot. Why not?
Trying to get the big fella going a little bit. You know, it's a team game. You know, we want to spread it around, but I was there when they needed me.
Avery talks about defense, defense, defense. When you can hold the Heat to 80 points, what does that mean for you guys in the locker room after the game?
Well, it just means we got 1 win, and you know, there's another level for us to go defensively. We just got to continue to work hard and stay focused.
Jason Terry, more 3-pointers in this game than he has in the last 5 games combined. Mike?